this. Come here,
All right, everybody, looks like we're just about to get started. We're going to be getting the Overwatch season started. Let me join the Long Branch team real quick. All right, let me just get in touch with the team so I can get in there. And I'll give you guys a quick rundown as soon as I'm into our game lobby. Awesome, here we are. Awesome, so welcome everybody. We've got Garden State Esports Scholastic High School Series. Today, Long Branch going to be kicking off the Overwatch season, going off against Barnegat, who I would consider to be their kind of like standard rival. Barnegat has kept Long Branch out of the playoffs for two consecutive years, so this is definitely going to be an interesting matchup. Just to give everyone a little bit of a couple different rules, we're going to be alternating game types as like the games go forward. We are going to be starting off with the control game type, going to Lijiang Tower. We're going to have 2 teams of 5 comprised of 1 tank, 2 DPS characters, and 2 support characters. It's going to be a best of 3 series. First team to take 2 map wins is going to get the W for week 1 for the Overwatch series. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a quick roll call. Missed the introduction lobby real quick. Looks like we've got, for Long Branch, we've got September, Gelcraft, Night Train, Reaper, and Daviball. For Barnegat, Green Dragoon, Moose, Burrito, Lunar Fox, Rizhog, Aqua's Tears, and Nerf Miner. All right, let's switch over to the big screen and let's get the action started. Right now, starting off from Long Branch, September on the Reinhardt. Looks like we're going to get a Rein, Lucio, Brawl mirror match. Definitely going to be interesting. Oh, looks like September going down a little bit low. The Immortality Field coming in, going to be keeping him up. Gelcraft is going to be getting the first elimination of this fight onto the enemy Mei. Unfortunately, September is going to fall. Long Branch is going to be down a tank. And Rizhog, the tank player for Barnegat, is going to come in with a charge. Gelcraft doing all he can. Gelcraft and Daviball, both brothers, doing all they can to keep that point. And it looks like they, in fact, are going to win that point battle. Everyone, just give me a little bit. I'm trying to figure out these spectating things. Right now, we're going to be following up on September. Who's September going to be trying to keep Daviball up there. Right now, Long Branch is going to have first capture on this point. So in control maps, it's going to be pretty much like our series. It's going to be best of 3. Right now, it's going to be first to rack up 100% on the point. Long Branch is already about quarter of it there. Oh, that's going to be a quick first limp for Rizhog onto Daviball. The Shatter is going to be coming through. Going to be catching a couple. Going to be putting Long Branch on the back foot. Looks like September going to be jumping off the map. The battle pretty much lost at that point. In a game of Overwatch, it pretty much is almost vital that sometimes like you just gotta quickly reset as fast as you can. All right, looks like going to. There we go. Why is it gonna work? Oh. Oh, the Shatter gonna be coming in. It's absolutely huge for September. Looks like Barnegat gonna be committing Lucio's sound barrier to try to keep them stabilized as much as possible. We're gonna see if Long Branch is gonna have the opportunity here. Nitrain gonna be going on to the Junkrat, gonna be dealing a lot of damage with his grenade launcher. Long Branch gonna see if they're gonna be able to make a move here. September, oh, looks like Nitrain unfortunately gonna be getting caught by one of Rizhog's fire strikes. Long Branch gonna be down 1 player. As the capture progress starts to rack up for Barnegat, now in the lead with 60% and counting. Long Branch is going to be looking to see if they can find an opening here. Oh, looks like they're going to be committing the May freeze. And that's going to be a triple kill for Burrito on the side of Barnegat. Looks like Long Branch getting a little bit of out-brawled here. On the side of Barnegat, Lunar Fox on the May is going to be a big freeze. Long Branch is going to have to try to find a way for them to get in here and contest. The May wall going to be coming in to block as much damage as possible can. Well, unfortunately, Gelcraft. Ooh, the Jug Tire is going to be coming in and getting 2. Long Branch is going to have to run to point as fast as they can. And September is there, but he might be by himself. With Nitrain, they're going to have to try to win this point. September all by his lonesome. Going to be trying to see if he can get the Shatter there to hold. Not going to be able to find it. Gelcraft with the overclock. Not going to be able to find it. Green Dragoon going to be getting the kill on with the Lucio. Daviball going to be trying to contest here with the Lucio. Not going to be able to find it. Long Branch starting off with the first team fight win, though Barnegat returning with a very strong retaliation. Just to give you guys a little bit of information, both of these teams right now are playing a brawl style composition. Basically means they're very close range. They want to play fast. They want to get into the enemy team, because typically all of the characters from the side of Long Branch, Junkrat, and Sojourn, or on the side of Barnegat using Reaper and May, and they did start with Bastion. Basically, they want to do as much damage as they can, as close as possible. Looks like Long Branch going to be going to what? Oh, looks like Daviball going to be trying to get a big boop there. Unfortunately, going to be getting picked by Barnegat's team. Rizhog going to be coming in. Looks like Long Branch going to be losing this first team fight. Already down, losing 4 of their players in that team fight. And Barnegat going to be getting first touch on the capture point. Right now, just looking at the side of both teams, Barnegat definitely has a lot of close quarters damage, and May in particular is going to provide a ton of utility with her ability to freeze and wall off the enemy opposition. Looks like Gelcraft on the side of Long Branch is going to be going over to the May as well, and Nitrain going to be going over to the Bastion. Hopefully that's going to give them some sustained damage to get some of these eliminations and keep them in the brawl. Fire Strike's going in for September. Look to see what he can do. Gelcraft is going to be getting a big pick onto the enemy Reaper. Long Branch now has numbers advantage. They're going to be trying to close their brawl in and finish off Barnegat's team while they have the numbers. September going to be racing over to see if he can help Gelcraft over there. The capture progress is about 75%. Ball once again getting a little bit aggressive there. Might not be the player they're looking for. September chasing around the other tanks. Longbranch does have the capture progress, but the early eliminations are now turning into late respawns that are now regrouping, and Barnegat is going to be able to get together and recapture the point. Right now you can see Gelcraft using May's icicles. Try to see if he can snipe anybody. May's little icicle railgun is definitely a little bit dangerous. Oh, looks like the Barnegat could be dropping down their amplification matrix from their Baptiste player, which doubles any damage that goes through the window. Anything like a Reinhardt Fire Strike will absolutely melt any character at 200 HP. Looks like Bastion Nitrain going to be getting caught out of position, going to get out poked with some of that damage. Well, looks like Burrito going to be coming in with the Death Blossom. It looks like they are going to be Longbranch. Doesn't look like they are going to be able to touch here. And it looks like Barnegat is going to be taking game number 1, 2-0. Let's go ahead and get a little bit of play of the game action. That going to be going to Burrito. I believe he going to be getting a little bit of a replay from his Death Blossom on the first point. Getting really aggressive with that Death Blossom, trying to get as many eliminations, getting 3 there. And with the team able to come up with the follow-up to close out the team kill. Right now, Barnegat is going to be leading this series 1-0. If Barnegat takes another map, they will take the first map of the series. I'd say looking at that, Barnegat definitely had a tighter brawl composition. You could see that them playing around Lunar Fox and his May plays a bunch of good walls, cutting kind of like their brawl team in half. May is such a good brawl character, especially if you're doing a mirror matchup in a brawl, because like I said, like that, because typically with brawl, everyone wants to play together as a center team. But if you put a May wall in between that, you cut that brawl team into 2 entities, which makes it a lot easier for the other brawl team to get all 5 of their players on top of a 2 or 3 player differential. Will absolutely make the difference in a brawl mirror matchup. Going into game number 2 is going to be a hybrid matchup. Longbranch, being the losers of the first map, is going to get their map pick. They're going to be picking Midtown, going to New York. And Barnegat gets side selection. Whether so this specific game type does have an attack and a defensive game modes. Both teams are going to be basically exchanging attack and defense. The team that gets the most points or reaches the most checkpoints in their attack phase will win this match, or will win this specific map, which is map point for Barnegat, and will hopefully be a reverse sweep coming in from Longbranch. All right. Looks like Longbranch is going to be doing their attack first. Let's got a few more seconds. Let's flip on over to the main Overwatch stage.
Hello there. Oh, hello.
All right, players going to be getting ready to go out. September going to be switching on over to the Sigma, and the rest of Longbranch going to be switching over to a poke composition where they're going to be wanting to try and play away from a brawl team and try to deal as much damage from afar. Get a look at the looks like Barnegat is going to be playing with the new Roadhog patches and going to be dealing with a lot of damage. Nitrain going to be getting the first elim onto Aqua's tiers one of the support players. Looks like Moose is going to be getting the res on the Aqua's Tears, though. Long Branch going to be trying to find. That's going to be a clutch. Zuzu coming in from Davi Ball, but unfortunately Sigma is going to fall. But it is a 4v. Oh, no, it is a 3v4. And Long Branch's tank is down. As we go into this matchup, typically the tanks are responsible for pretty much making space and allowing the team to move or get into better positions. So typically you do not want to lose your tank in the fight. Ooh, unfortunately Green Dragoon on the far is going to be high in the skies, going to be finding Gelcraft in the back line. Long Branch down one player. Now, Long Branch is going to be playing into a lot of damage between this Junkrat, this Pharah, and this Roadhog. Going to see if Long Branch is going to be able to crack this. Looks like we're going to have it intense. Ooh, that is going to be a big clutch kill right there from September. September is going to be getting a kill. Green Dragoon, though, is going to be getting a big ultimate kill right here. I think Long Branch, I think it's like a 3v2 right now. September going to be trying to get as much done as he can on tank. Tanks are known with the amount of damage and utility that they have to swing fights. We're going to see what he's going to be able to do here. Looks like the Mercy player is back for Barnegat. That's going to be a ton of healing and possibly a res. Green Dragoon is just raining damage from above into Long Branch's backline. September going to be trying to use Kinetic Grasp to eat some of that damage and convert it into temporary health. Gelcraft is going to find the follow-up, but Moose is going to be getting the res. Long Branch still kind of fighting a little bit of an uphill battle here. Gelcraft in a little bit of a position. This Roadhog is nano boosted. So we're doing a lot of damage. Sigma, September throwing out the Accretion Rock to try and stun and put the back foot. Looks like the enemy Barnegat's tank player is down. This is going to be Long Branch's time. Ooh, the Kinetic Grass could be grabbing Aqua's Tear. This might be the opening that Long Branch is looking for. Gelcraft is going to be committing the overclock, and he finds an limb. This Long Branch with the team kill. Barnegat's team is now wiped. Long Branch might just be able to take this first capture point here. Night Train going to be committing the Bastion. Oh. And just like that, Long Branch is going to be on their merry way on to checkpoint B. With 3 minutes and 13 seconds on the timer. Oh, Gelcraft going to be getting caught by some of that junk spam damage. God, be careful from those Junkrat mines. Absolutely brutal. Oh, looks like we got a Reaper on the side of Barnegat. September getting hooked by Roadhog. Going to be trying to back out as fast as he can. Especially now with Barnegat running the Reaper, that is a ton of damage that Long Branch does not want to play into. Oh, it looks like the Reaper is going to be coming around. He's going to be catching 2 of Long Branch players. Though September is going to be, September and Gelcraft going to return in the favor and getting 1 of their limbs. Now, since the checkpoint has moved, Long Branch has the better spawn, but unfortunately, they're kind of getting staggered out. Green Dragoon on this Reaper is getting very clutch kills that is keeping Barnegat's presence up, pretty much up into where Long Branch is going to be spawning for the most part. Oh, that is a clutch kill right there from Daviball. Going to be sniping Moose from downtown. That's going to be a lot of healing that is going to be gone from Barnegat here. Oh, here comes the Death Blossom Green Dragoon. Going to be getting the 5K. Long Branch in a little bit of trouble here. They got to find a way to get past this wall of damage that Barnegat has between their... Oh, that is going to be a good Roadhog hook, and that is going to be one of their supports down. Looks like the amplification matrix was committed by Barnegat. Looks like Bastion, Night Train going to be trying to go in and see if he can get a kill with his turret form. Not going to find anything though. This Roadhog is just a brick wall that Long Branch somehow needs to put down. Oh, Reaper going to be getting taken out from Long Branch. The Kinetic Flux is going to be coming in. Long Branch got a kill, but they need to find some more. Wow. Barnegat drawing a figurative line in the sand right after the first checkpoint, telling Long Branch, you will not go past this first checkpoint. With 50 seconds left on the clock and a whole stretch of checkpoint B to go, Long Branch is going to need to try and find an opening here. Oh, it's like with Reaper's amplification matrix and Gelcraft's overclock, going to be a lot of damage coming out from that charging railgun. Looks like the double kill is going to come through for the Junkrat tire. Oh, Junkrat's won, but the tire's going to catch Gelcraft. Let's see if September is going to be able to do what tanks do best and be the difference in this fight. Oh, the pink going to find Rizhog. Long Branch finally going to get a little bit of momentum on this second checkpoint. We are now in overtime. Long Branch is going to have to stay on the fire truck payload for the duration of this checkpoint. Barnegat might have some ultimates to play with. Long Branch is going to have to try and play on the offense and the defense at the same time here. Any of the ultimates from Reaper's Death Blossom to Hogs or to Junkrat's tire can be absolutely destructive for Long Branch. Oh, September doing all he can here to contest. Going down to 100 HP. The kinetic floss getting a couple of Barnegat players low. September doing all he can, but Long Branch, or September, last man on the point, going to be getting a limb. Looks like they got about halfway through checkpoint 2. Not too ideal for an attack push. Long Branch is going to have to put up a pretty immovable defensive line here on the first point if they are going to want to see a victory on this second map. I'd say just seeing how Barnegat has been playing, especially if they go over into like a faster momentum brawl comp like they did on Lijiang, could be really difficult, especially if they capture this first point very quickly.
Another day, another battlefield.
Long Branch gonna try to play some of the craziest defensive line that they will be. Let's get ahead and look at some of the stats here. You can see Daviball putting up the most healing done so far with about 9,000 healing done in this second matchup. And September putting up a very impressive 11,000 damage and almost 18,000 damage eaten between his kinetic grasp and his barrier. That's a lot of damage that September's blocking. And Barnegat is still finding the win in a lot of these team fights. And it looks like they're going to be going a Roadhog with Junkrat and a Sojourn. That is a good amount of damage. The Long Branch going to see if they're going to be able to hold this. Daviball going to be on the Ana, going to be finding a lot of healing and anti-heals. Ooh, it's going to get Zuzu. That Sojourn was so low. September going to be finding the limb onto Green Dragoon. Long Branch is now up 1. Oop. It's like Daviball and his brother Gelcraft keeping each other up as best as they can. Oh, looks like Junkrat is going to be getting hooked out of position right there. Oh, the Roadhog is purple. He's not going to be able to heal himself. Oh, that Baptiste is a little low. Oh, that is a big hook for Rizhog. One of the things that you're going to be seeing Rizhog doing is that when he hooks any of the Long Branch players, he's going to move his mouse to kind of like move them into the team as much as possible. Long Branch's team looks like totally going to be getting eliminated from this point. Night Train going to be getting the Martyrdom kill in the Junkrat, but the damage is already done. Barnegat is already on that point, and Long Branch isn't going to have the numbers to contest here. Is that a Widowmaker? Looks like Green Dragoon going to be going onto the Widowmaker. Overwatch is standout sniper character. You can see right there, like the Roadhog hook, and then moving his camera into his trap. Absolutely damageable. Oh, looks like a little bit of an off angle from Moose on the Baptiste. He is low, the pressure is there, and the Elim is there. Looks like Nitrain going to be repositioning himself just a little bit so he can get a little bit of an off angle with the Junkrat damage. Oh, looks like the overclock going to be getting committed by Gelcraft. You can see as his as the railgun is going to continuously charge up to 100, and once that shot is released, it does a crazy amount of damage. Oh, Junkrat. Nitrain stuck in the opposing Junkrat's trap, unfortunately going to be getting picked. The damage is coming through. September, front line for Long Branch. Oh no, Reaper going down for Long Branch. Looks like Barnegat's teams are down. The Junkrat tire going to be coming in. They're going to need to destroy that before it comes in. Oh no, this might be doomed for Long Branch. September trying to see if he can do anything with the graphitic flux, but it is not going to be enough. This first match going to be going to Barnegat, 2-0. Oh, not going to be getting the last second play of the game there. Unfortunately, going to be a bit of a quick match here today. Barnegat going to be taking the series 2-0. Oh, look at everyone in the chat. Everyone in the chat, thank you for coming out and supporting us. We got Flex 3505. We got Blacky Bomb 45 in the chat. Your boy Jack 777. Thank you everyone for supporting us in the chat. Unfortunately, Long Branch not going to be taking the win today, but we do have a long season ahead. We got 6 more games waiting for us. Next week, Thursday at 3:30, Long Branch is going to be playing Manasquan. Now, Barnegat, Long Branch hasn't played yet this season, but Long Branch has scrimmed against Manasquan, and it definitely was a little bit of a better matchup. Barnegat definitely is probably going to be the team to watch out for in Long Branch's division. They're probably going to be the top contenders in this division based off of, I would say, based off of their just based off of like their experience and how they usually perform in Overwatch. This definitely was Long Branch's toughest match going into the Overwatch season, and hopefully next week Long Branch is going to be able to show up and get their first win against Manasquan. Thank you for everyone for tuning in and supporting the Long Branch Green Wave Overwatch team. And be sure to tune in next week, Thursday at 3:30. Thank you for everyone for coming in, tuning in, supporting us. We will catch you next week.